Hey folks, my name is Glenn Caldwell. I'm the Vice President of Corporate Development here at NAL Insurance, and I just wanted to put together a quick video of some of the changes that have taken place to the online portal system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to share a screen here where we can pull up a demo of the portal. So this is our fleet customer portal setup. Obviously, first page that you see here is generally our message board of what's taken place. This one, we just did something at the TA truck stop where we fed some drivers some pizza. Other things that we've had updates on COVID and different changes to coverage. Everything that you'll see that's as a message on this screen will show up on the right-hand side of the screen as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through to add a driver. So click the add button, and what you need is information like name, address, phone number, date of birth. We want to make sure they have Ontario health coverage or provincial health coverage. If you put, when we put the driver's information, if you put their email address in this as well, they will get an email welcoming them to NAL Insurance. The fleet info, a couple things you can do here. Put in your unit number or their unit number as well as their driver number. So however you want to be able to search is a great way to whatever information you add in here will show up as a search. Their WSIB, when they opt out of WSIB, they send 1149 AN that's completed by both the fleet and the owner-operator. They get a letter back from the board to deem that their status is independent. And then you can take that letter and upload it to the portal as well, and include their independent operator number. The WSIB account number, what this is for is if you have owner-operators that may have multiple trucks. Obviously, WSIB is required on those drivers, so our system will actually be able to notify the owner-operator when his WSIB is due. So if you put the expiry date in, it'll send out reminders. You can add coverage as of today, but you can't go backwards. But you can go forwards. You can actually add it. Let's say somebody's not starting until the 15th of the month. You just put that date in there as well. Down here is the configuration. In a lot of cases, it's locked down based on the configuration of your company. But in some situations, you may have an owner-operator that doesn't travel out of province. You can remove the travel medical coverage. We're going to keep it in for this purpose. And then you just click the button that says add coverage. And what it's doing now, it's creating certificates of insurance that you'll get an email. The owner-operator will get an email. And as you can see, Tom Hudson was successfully added to the program. What I'll do is I'll show you what the documents look like by going back into the roster. So Tom's been added. I'm going to go into his documents. Okay, so the couple of things that you'll see, you're going to see an individual certificate of insurance. It's basically a general overview of what the coverage is. So as an example, this one's $3,000 a month for 5 years, $2,000 to age 70. There's a $300,000 death benefit. There's critical illness of $10,000, and then the travel medical is on there as well. So we'll go back to the fleet portal. The sign-off is the one document that we need back as soon as possible. Basically what this is, it's their insurance beneficiary or confirmation of insurance, but there's a beneficiary in there as well. A couple things that you'll need to see. The owner-operator will sign off to say that it's an individual policy, that they understand it's an accident-only program, that you as a company have an option of deducting it off their pay, and you also have an option of canceling it on their behalf. But the big thing that you want them is they understand that this is an individual policy that's going to help maintain their independent status as well. So it's not a group insurance like some plans. This is an individual policy that's owned by each owner-operator. Okay, so same idea now. If you want to cancel coverage, you go back into the roster. Tom didn't work out, so we're going to terminate him now. And we'll go in and we're going to, the portal is automatically going to give him 10 days of coverage. So today's the 6th of the month. It gives him coverage until the 16th. You just put termination in, submit the discharge, and the same idea is going to, or same process is going to take place. Tom's going to get an email He'll get an email in 2 days. And then you'll get an email right away to say coverage has been canceled, as well as it'll show what the pro rata refund is going to be as well. Okay, so that's for terminations. Go back into the roster. As you can see, we have a re-add discharge drivers button here. So basically, we're going to go find a driver that, let's say because of COVID-19, you had a few owner-operators that you had parked their trucks for a while and you wanted to get them back into the system. All you need to do is find that driver, click re-add the driver information. It's going to pull up all the information that we have on file on that driver. Obviously, you're going to need to check off that they've got OHIP as well. This one needs to have a phone number added. And then you would just re-add coverage, and it's going to go through the same process where an email is going to pop up. You're going to get an email. We're going to get an email, and the owner-operator is going to get an email to say coverage has been re-added. So just a new feature that's been added to help so you're not having to search the documents again as well. Other things that we have on here, equipment listing. This one's basically set up for companies that have deductible buy down and downtime, where we have a list of all the equipments online here. Then we get into tools. So a couple things that we have under tools. We have accident register. This is FMCA compliant that will actually allow you to add a driver. Oh, sorry, we're going to the wrong button here. Accident register. So add the accident information. So it's the incident, where it took place, the driver information, the conditions of the road, as well as the outcome, and then spot for notes, and you can actually upload anything such as tickets or repair invoices, and that's attached to the owner-operator's file. So you actually have that information access to that at any time whatsoever. The next section we have is a WSIB compliance tool. This is basically, as I said, if you have owner-operators that have drivers that have workers' comp, this actually will help keep track of their clearance certificates. Some reporting, different reports that we have. So every email that you get, every invoice, every notice of deductions is going to be attached to the portal. But it gets into the general documents. You got your premium notices, payment history. So discharges, you'll have a list of all people that have been discharges, the deductions. The variance report's kind of cool. What this is, you know, let's say a fleet has a couple hundred owner-operators, and instead of getting a page of, 35 or 40 pages of invoicing they have to go through, it's a variance report that just basically shows the changes that took place for that month. Deductible buy down. If you have buy down, you can handle all claims through the portal, and it shows where everything is as far as documents that are needed and where the claims process is taking place. And then, of course, custom data as well. Anything on the left-hand side here, you have access to be able to use this as your data bank to search. So let's say you need to find out, dates of birth for the month of September, and you want to send out birthday cards, you can do that as well. Different reporting claims. Now this one's fairly new. The purpose of this is it allows us to release information to you as a carrier for owner-operators that do sign off on their claim form. It allows us to share the claims information with you, which you can now turn around and share with your adjusters. So basically the information that we show here is the driver information, the incident, the type of claim. The ones that you want to know about most often are the MVAs. You look at how old the claim is, and then the current status, and then the return to work information is going to show up there as well. If there's documents that are outstanding, we're going to see this in this area here where you're waiting for a claims document, or maybe an attending physician statement is missing. So that there, and you can actually turn around and share that information with your adjusters. So it helps reduce the chances of an owner-operator collecting from the auto policy when they shouldn't be. One of the main things with the NAL program is if an owner-operator does collect from your auto policy where we should have paid, we can set it up where we reimburse the auto policy to make it whole as well. So that's basically it, is when it comes down to the portal information. What I'd like to do is I'm going to send this out to you if you have any questions at all, or you'd like to go through this in more detail. Please feel free to give us a call. We'd be happy to show it to you, and stay safe out there.